What got him into jail over and over? Why does his ex-girlfriend want to put him there again? How did he destroy Megan Fox's marriage to Brian Austin Green? And what ruined his relationship with A-list Hollywood directors? Hi, I'm Dylan, and I'll start right away by saying that Shia LaBeouf is being accused by his ex-girlfriend FKA Twigs of aggressive behavior towards her, to say the least. It's not the first time LaBeouf's relationship with someone has become highly contentious. Let's dig into some history. Shia the Hothead. If the media isn't talking about LaBeouf starring in a new film, it's talking about him getting drunk and misbehaving. It officially started in 2007 when he just turned 21 and, according to his own words, got really wasted in Chicago and ended up celebrating in the Walgreens store. The actor assured David Letterman that he was only trying to buy cigarettes. He tried it multiple times though, changing his outfit each time and resisting the guards' demand to leave.
Drinking and driving is one thing, but drinking and shopping,
yeah,
that's another.
Just as bad.
It's just as bad.
Just as bad.
Just as bad.
A year later, the young reveler crashed into another vehicle in his pickup. At the scene of the accident, the officers witnessed that Shia was obviously intoxicated, arrested him right away, and later released him with only a misdemeanor DUI. In 2011, intoxicated again, LaBeouf managed to get into 2 bar fights within the span of 3 months. In both cases, he actually took a few punches to the face, and the confrontation during the second one got him into handcuffs. 3 years later, the hothead expanded the geography of his misadventures to the UK. LaBeouf headbutted a man in a South London bar. By the way, earlier in the capital of Great Britain, the actor took psychedelic substances to get deeper into the role he was currently working on. It resulted in him destroying everything around him and coming at the director of The Necessary Death of Charlie Countryman. In 2014, the actor was spotted chasing a homeless man around Times Square in New York in order to get a McDonald's paper bag from him.
And he don't want nothing to do with me, but I'm not giving up.
Then he moved on to the Broadway musical Cabaret, where the audience witnessed drunk LaBeouf grabbing actor Alan Cumming by his bottom while waving around the cigarette he was smoking right in front of the stage. The policeman who came to take Shia away got a taste of his agitated behavior and had to put a mask on him after he spat on them. LaBeouf subsequently spent the night in jail and eventually pled guilty to disorderly conduct.
And he walks past me and I give him a slap on the ass because I think he deserves it.
In 2017 in Savannah, Georgia, Shia asked for a cigarette from 2 passers-by. When they didn't give him one, he started verbally abusing them. One of the 2 was a policeman, so it didn't take long till Shia was chased down to the lobby of a nearby hotel after trying to escape the subsequent arrest. His aggressive behavior towards the police was caught on video, including the racial insults he threw at them. Shia LaBeouf publicly apologized for his bad behavior every time he got wasted and came at people, including the policemen, whom he even thanked for doing their job. He said he was sorry and did it again and again. He was just as mean to people when he was sober too. Shia being mean. It was Steven Spielberg who, by and large, made 21-year-old Shia LaBeouf an A-list star by casting him in Transformers.
You either take a step down the correct career path or you fall into a life-sucking abyss.
To which the actor responded with pure ingratitude and verbally criticized the working style of the famous director. LaBeouf stated openly that he didn't like the Indiana Jones movie they did together. All the movies, in fact, except Transformers. Shortly afterwards, there were reports that Harrison Ford would play in any potential movie of the saga, but LaBeouf, nope. And again, Shia was sorry. I f*** up sometimes. Like, I probably could have gone lighter on Spielberg. It didn't work out with Oliver Stone either, his director on Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps. I think he felt that I was an imbecile and talked down to me the whole time, so that I looked up to him like a scholar, LaBeouf said. He added that he respects Stone, but called him a manipulator who made him feel so stupid. When Shia was cast to perform in the Broadway play Orphans, he butted heads with Alec Baldwin during rehearsals. LaBeouf explained his behavior, saying it was method acting. Rings a bell, doesn't it? In his words, the goal was to intimidate the out of Baldwin and make him scared. So Shia followed the respectable actor home for a month, until he was replaced by Ben Foster in the play. There was a time when he passed off other people's work as his. LaBeouf seemingly ripped off the wording of poems by Benoit Dutertre and definitely plagiarized Dan Clowes' comic book in the script of his short film. The apology Shia tweeted addressing the author was copied from some other post on the web. Boy, he just couldn't stop. After that, LaBeouf notoriously appeared on a red carpet in a paper bag with the inscription, "I am not famous anymore." This was followed by a performance art piece with the actor wearing another paper bag that read, wait for it, #I am sorry. Some of LaBeouf's girlfriends suffered from his actions and tricks too, like Megan Fox. Though, let's be honest, she had it coming. The actor revealed Megan was cheating with him on her then-fiancé Brian Austin Green during the filming of Transformers. When the second Transformers movie was released, the couple called off their engagement for a short period of time. When Fox admitted that they did in fact have a romantic relationship, her marriage with Green suffered and later fell apart after 10 years together.
I love him. I've never been really quiet about that. I love him.
But it seems like LaBeouf's other girlfriends got hurt much more seriously. In 2015, the actor was filmed arguing with his then on and off girlfriend and nymphomaniac co-star Mia Goth, telling her, "This is the kind of thing that makes a person abusive." He later told the strangers who had been filming him,
If I'd have stayed there, I would have killed her.
By the way, after the actor landed his role in Nymphomaniac, he claimed he got the job thanks to a videotape of him making love to his then-girlfriend, stylist Carolyn Foe. She has recently claimed LaBeouf not only disapproved of her speaking to or looking at other men when they were together, but also that he once pinned her to a bed while he was drunk and headbutted her. These details were revealed through a recent FKA Twigs lawsuit against LaBeouf accusing him of physical, emotional, and mental abuse. Shia lost it again. Remember I told you about LaBeouf going to jail in Georgia for drunken behavior? That incident in 2017 was followed by a court-ordered rehab, during which Shia wrote a script for his almost autobiographical film, Honey Boy. Playing his own father in that movie seemed to have had a therapeutic effect on the actor, as well as his friendship with his peanut butter Falcon co-star Zach Gottsagen. Shia talked about becoming more open and calm, smiling more, being kinder to people, and realizing the harm his self-destructive acts caused him and everyone around him.
Yeah, I'm just smiling a lot more. Life is, I've gotten softer, things have calmed down.
Well, now it has come out that, just a year after that apparent transformation, LaBeouf's gone bad again, while dating FKA Twigs, aka Talia Debrett Barnett. The British musician co-starred with LaBeouf in Honey Boy, although they only hooked up after filming finished. Barnett's allegations say that during their relationship, he harangued and criticized her, disapproved of her interacting with male waiters, enforced rules about how many times a day she should kiss and touch him, isolated her from her peers in London, insisted that she sleep naked, knowingly infected her with an intimately transmitted disease, and something that really intimidated her, kept a gun by the bed. What a romantic guy, huh? FKA Twigs' lawsuit mainly relies on the obnoxious details of the ex-couple's road trip in the February of 2019, during which she allegedly suffered a range of physical, emotional, and mental attacks from Shia. Talia didn't go to the police just then, and her explanation at times for this is, "I just thought to myself, no one's ever gonna believe me. I'm unconventional, and I'm a person of color who is a female." Talking about her thoughts of separation at that time, FKA Twigs confessed, "He brought me so low, below myself, that the idea of leaving him and having to work myself back up just seemed impossible." When she finally pulled herself together to actually do it, she said LaBeouf violently wouldn't let her, locking Barnett in a room. Today, the 32-year-old singer defines her experience with LaBeouf as the worst thing I've ever been through in the whole of my life, and says she wants to raise awareness of the tactics that abusers use to control you and take away your agency. After news broke that FKA Twigs had filed a lawsuit against Shia LaBeouf, Sia tweeted, "I too have been hurt emotionally by Shia, a pathological liar, who conned me into an adulterous relationship claiming to be single. I believe he's very sick and have compassion for him and his victims." He was dating Mia Goth at that time, by the way. The singer-songwriter, who once cast the actor in her music video for Elastic Heart, finished her post with a warning to stay safe and stay away. From Shia, as one might guess. What about Shia LaBeouf's reaction to all this? In an email responding to the allegations, the actor claimed that many of them are not true. He also said, "I'm not in any position to tell anyone how my behavior made them feel. I have no excuses for my alcoholism or aggression, only rationalizations. I have been abusive to myself and everyone around me for years. I have a history of hurting the people closest to me. I'm ashamed of that history and am sorry to those I hurt. There's nothing else I can really say." LaBeouf added that he was a sober member of a 12-step program and in therapy, that he is not cured of his PTSD and alcoholism, but he is committed to doing what he needs to do to recover, and he will forever be sorry to the people that he may have harmed along the way. Do you believe LaBeouf is really sorry? And do you think he'll manage to change his ways for good one day? Tell us in the comments. Be kind to people and stay awesome.